Това видео достига до вас благодарение на Project Audio Systems, аудиотехника, Sennheiser, Goldring, QED и Q-Acoustics.
Здравейте, приятели! Аз съм Дуди и в днешното видео съм с Фредрик от Hedd Audio, с който ще проведем едно интервю, което ще бъде на английски, за да може да се разбираме помежду си. Hi, Frederick.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So my first question is, Hedd Audio is recognized for integrating cutting-edge technology into traditional audio engineering. Can you discuss the founding vision of Hedd and how it influences your product development?
So the vision of the company is, so far, it's always been related to making products that would help professional sound engineers and mixing and mastering engineers, musicians, by providing tools to make the decision-making process in an audio production easier. So we make products that seek for absolute accuracy, for precision, for sonic quality that actually is, obviously very important if you are working with studio or working in standing that.
Okay. Hedd Audio use of air motion transformer, AMT technology, sets it apart in the audio industry. Right. Could you explain the benefits of AMT and why you chose these technologies for your speakers?
So AMT technology is kind of coded into our DNA, right from the start, because my family, especially my father, is Quebec, right? He basically, he didn't invent it, but he discovered the early air motion transformers back in the 70s when he met and was confronted with the ideas of a German-American physicist called Oscar Heil. And the idea behind the air motion transformers is that you work with an unusually big diaphragm compared to like traditional approaches. And that diaphragm is super light and it's being folded into a magnetic field where each fold is kind of squeezing the air in and out. And the sonic advantage of this is the drivers are incredibly fast, and fast means the transient response is really good. You get more details out of a musical signal compared to any other traditional driver system. So fast transients are key for professionals because they want to hear as much of the signal as possible without being tricked into something that's more beautiful than it actually is.
Okay, thank you. What are some of the key challenges in designing high-performance audio studio monitors and headphones, and how does Hedd Audio address these challenges?
I think challenges are basically related to the people, how people perceive and make music these days. Like, for example, in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, a lot of professional engineering was still done in really great recording studios. Whereas today you would have a lot of people working in private, in their homes, working on records in their bedrooms, essentially. And that means in rooms where you have not a very good acoustic. Now, this is a big change. And so for us, this means how can we make products that are flexible enough to adapt to wherever you might work and whatever you might be working on. So for the headphone, for an example, it's a device that you can actually take around between projects from city to city, and you will always have a great monitor system right basically in your hand. And the speakers have a ton of settings that you can adapt them to the room that you're working in. Not full correction systems, but the speakers can be used with different filters, equalizer settings that will make it easy to use them wherever you might be, in a great studio or in your home or while you're traveling, essentially. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My next question is, Hedd Audio's products are used by audio professionals worldwide.
Yeah.
So can you share an example of how feedback from these professional settings has shaped a product development or improvement?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The best possible example is how we transitioned from the first headphone to the second one. The first headphone was fairly heavy. It had, we didn't have the sort of experience that we have now. And a lot of the improvements in the new headphone is basically directly related to customer feedback. And very early on when we started designing, we asked some of the biggest mastering and mixing engineers in the world, as well as people who are active in the hi-fi world, hi-fi, audiophile world, to share their feedback. And for an example, the headband, how we designed the headband, where you can control the fit and the lamp force separately. This is a result of us talking to the community. Making it much lighter was something that was brought to us by the community, and we've been investing a lot of time and money into trying to make it lighter, as light as possible. And the connectors of the headphone and it's the materials we use. There's a ton of customer feedback already part of the development process.
Okay. Thank you. My next question is, what are Hedd Audio's long-term goals and how do you plan to achieve them in a competitive market?
So I think the biggest deal for us is the fact that we found a driver technology that is unlike anything else. So we have a very unique selling point by working with AMT drivers. No other company is making headphones, full-range headphones with that, so that's a huge opportunity. And part of the vision is to expand that portfolio as we go in the next years, make more headphones based on our in-house signature technology at different price points for different sorts of audiences. We really want to grow into one of the most exciting headphone manufacturers in the world. Yeah.
Okay, and on to my bonus questions. The first one is, what song do you use to test your products?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Okay, so we have a playlist of approximately 10 to 20 tracks, and each track is helping us to understand something in the product design. So some of the examples will be taken from film scores, and they would torture the speakers and the headphones like so much that we would understand where are the limits of the mechanical design. And other examples are like taken from like jazz or like singer-songwriter music, where you have naturally recorded music, which is its key element in developing stuff, that you're working with naturally recorded music, because it makes it much easier to talk about if something is accurately represented. I can, is this piano sounding like a real piano? Is this guitar, does this string sound realistic or not? This is much easier when you're dealing with real life instruments, right? So, and like classical instruments as well. So the playlist has film scores. It has a lot of like very punchy, aggressive hip hop, has classical symphonies, and literally everything in between. So it's a really, maybe we publish that playlist at some point. I think that would be a really good idea.
Yeah, it will be. And my last question is, can you describe Hedd in only 3 words?
Okay, so definitely innovative, definitely local, as in Berlin, and doing everything under the same roof. So that, and okay, what would I put in for you? I would say flexibility too. Flexibility, as in we have lots of solutions for all sorts of situations.
Okay. Thank you for the interview and for your time. It was a pleasure for me.
You're very welcome.
Това беше всичко от мен, приятели. Аз бях Дуди. До следващото видео.